Hey Nesters, welcome back to Nesting Haven. Today we're heading over to Goodwill to do some thrift shopping. Hopefully we can find lots of vintage goodies to pick up to resell. So let's go ahead and check them out and see what they got today. I found a blue bowed and blued bonnet goose here, this cute little soap dish or just a little trinket dish for the kitchen. And this I thought was kind of interesting. It's obviously a newer plate or platter, but I did like that it featured all of the different vegetables on it. They had this pumpkin pie recipe pie plate. This is a vintage one, probably from around the, I don't know, 80s. But you see this weird paint job. The glaze was kind of dripping a little odd on the side, so I decided to pass on it just because of that reason. I didn't really like how that looked. Now this is a smaller Goodwill in my area. If you guys remember a few weeks back, I found a couple of mid-century modern chairs right in the same location I'm looking in now. And I found this really nice plant rack, I guess is what it is. It needs, a little work, but it was only $3 and I thought it was great. Nice and sturdy and had a really nice look to it. And the thing I like about this Goodwill, where it's smaller, if they have furniture items, they are usually priced super cheap as opposed to the bigger Goodwill. I've actually seen them move furniture from this store over to the other one, and once it goes to the other store, they usually jack up the price another $20 to $30. So always check the smaller one first and hopefully luck out for the furniture. I'm slightly confused by how this piece works here. I'm guessing it's just enough water for the 1 cup of tea and you can store the water on the top, but it was all taped up there, so I couldn't really, open it up to figure out what exactly was going on with it. But it was kind of a neat piece. This is a Homer Laughlin, which is, the maker of Fiesta ware, but it had a chip on it, as you can see on the back side. If that wasn't there, I definitely would have snagged that up. So I don't normally grab salt and pepper shakers, but I actually really enjoyed these two sets here. So the first one was a vintage Avon one, I believe from 1980, and these here are from 1998, put out by Westfield, and it's the My Garden collection. I thought they were really nice, and they seem to be in pretty good shape. No good condition blue-bowed goose left behind. I found this really adorable jar here, obviously from the 1980s, and yeah, I haven't seen this particular size before, so I did snag this guy up for only $2. I love it when people that have antique booths decide to donate to Goodwill after they're done letting things sit in their booths too long because they're not selling there. And then you come across great pieces like this. Do you guys think that is a gravy boat? I haven't quite determined what I think the usage of this is, but it's obviously some kind of a pour spout on it, so gravy's the best I can come up with right now. I found this vintage Westfield milk glass coffee mug, and if you notice there, that spot that's missing, that's not checkers missing. That actually would have originally had somebody's name or something like grandma, grandpa written there in blue typically, but that was scratched off, so that was unfortunate. Had it had something there, I definitely would have picked that up because they go for about $15 to $20, so definitely could have made a little money on that had it had some kind of a name there. I did check the comp on this while I was in the store because it had a barcode on the back and it was new in box, so I figured it'd definitely be something to check out. They don't sell for a whole lot, so I decided to leave it behind. So let's talk a little bit about this collector's plate from McDonald's. These came out in 1997. They also issued Halloween ones. The Halloween and Christmas ones are not worth that much, but that same year they came out with a Hercules set, and there are 6 total, so if you see those, grab those because they sell for good money. A set of 6 recently sold for $72 plus $8 shipping, and then another set of 6 sold for $43 plus $10 shipping. So those are definitely something to be on the lookout for. I'm excited I can start showing you guys Christmas again. It seems like it's not everyone's favorite thing when I look at it all year long. In the summer, there's a lot of people that are saying, I don't want to look at Christmas yet, and I feel comfortable now. I feel like I can show you guys what I'm looking at. So they haven't had a lot of vintage Christmas in, which is unfortunate, but I am very confident that they will get that in because I always do very, very well at the thrift stores with vintage Christmas items. So I will continue to check, and hopefully they get some cool stuff in soon. I like the look to this angel here playing the accordion, but her wing was re-glued, so I set her back down. That was probably the closest to vintage I saw here today for Christmas. Someone had hand painted this whole little town village set here. Super cute. A little amateur looking, but I'm sure they had fun with it and was probably fun for them to decorate with. These were kind of cute with the little umbrella Hummels perhaps, but I've picked up stuff like that and it seems like they're not selling that well, so I actually did not grab those today. Those were something I was definitely on the fence about just because I kind of thought they were cutesy, but I didn't need them, and I felt like things like that just were not selling for me. We had this grab bag here with a bunch of things I was not interested in, and I saw this one bell here that looked kind of vintagey, but it ended up not being that old. I still kind of wanted it, but ultimately I just didn't want the other things. I didn't want to pay for the whole bag, so I did not grab it. But if that ever goes on sale, I might still go ahead and get that because it was kind of a cute Christmas bell. You guys have any clue as to what those bears might have held? I feel like salt and pepper shakers is my best guess. They're obviously a newer set, so it's kind of surprising the shakers aren't in it if that is what they were holding, but yeah, I'm kind of clueless about what that was exactly. These are actually ashtrays. These were in a antique booth, as you can see the sticker on the bottom here. They were trying to sell them for $10. Well, this smaller one for $10. There was a larger one there as well. So Goodwill had it half the price that they were trying to sell it for. So that one was $5, and then this one was $8. So I don't know. I don't do ashtrays. You guys know that if you're a subscriber to my channel, so I did not grab those. Over here I found another jar like the Bluebow Goose one that I picked up. This one is in that country heart style pattern, and I'm assuming they came from the same home given that they are the same style, so definitely probably from the 80s as well. Do you guys see clowns often at your thrift stores as well? I seem to come across them all the time. I'm not sure if it's just because I live near Stephen King or what the deal is, but I really do find clowns a lot. I wasn't sure what this monument was supposed to be of. Obviously, probably some kind of a military thing. I don't think it's the 9/11 one. I think that is in a square around the actual like where the Twin Towers were, so I'm not sure what that's supposed to represent. It didn't say. And I thought this planter was kind of nice. There's lots of cool crazing throughout it. It's very beautiful. I'm not sure why I even bother to try to check out a Capodimonte piece because, as you can see, all the petals are busted up. I just don't think I'm ever going to find one that is in good condition. They had this Las Vegas Paris figure statue here, and I thought it was pretty nice. I don't know if this kind of thing sells very well where it is a kind of newer souvenir piece, but it was definitely very cool. I do very well selling figurines, and I'm trying to do a little bit better about not picking them up though because I have quite a few in stock already, and I'd like to get those moved before I start picking up too many more. I really like that girl figure though. It was like a hand-painted piece, very neat. I really like the looks of that Avon bottle. It originally had some kind of a skin softener in it. Unfortunately, they only sell for about $10 shipped. So I just decided it probably wasn't worth my time to get at this point. I do think Avon will be on the rise within the next 5 years or so. So if I can get them cheap enough, I definitely will still pick them up. I love when I see handmade pieces at the thrift stores. This was kind of neat. I assume it was for beer bottle caps, and they shaped it like an eagle here and hand painted it. My grandfather used to make wooden things similar to this. He didn't do like beer stuff, but he made like lawn ornaments, those ones that have like the spinny legs and stuff, and he made like little wooden tulips that you could, plant out in the yard. So it kind of always reminds me of him. I don't play golf, I don't watch golf, but I still really liked the design on the front of this cabinet. It seemed like they weren't using this for a while as in storage or something. It was quite dirty. The hinge was broken on the back a little bit there as well, and I don't know why they put the price on the very bottom. That was kind of annoying. They're asking $10 for that, and as you can see, there's a little bit of damage on the bottom corner as well, so I didn't get that. I might have picked it up for the booth if it was like $5. Oh, look what I found. I found this very cute Donald Duck mug, and I do collect Donald Duck items, so I picked that up for myself. Very, very fun find. I've been coming across him a lot lately, and I love it. I noticed they had some of these tin trays that I like to pick up kind of stacked over here in the corner, so I started sifting through them, and had some hand-painted pieces, but this one here with a Scotty dog on it, I was most excited about. It's from the 1980s. It looks like it should be from the 60s, right? But it's from the 80s, and it's in pretty good condition. I love the yellow on it, and of course the Scotty dog is super popular back in the day, so that was a super cool find. I was pretty impressed with the selection of the vinyls today. I had kind of given up on looking through them for a while because I noticed Goodwill was taking all the good ones and sending them off to their eBay store. So they were mostly leaving behind the kind of classical stuff and some older country. I do like some of the older country stuff, but I can only listen to that for so long. I was pretty excited when I saw this Pinocchio one in the back, but upon further inspection, the vinyl was not inside of it. I was so bummed out. I did take that up front to let them know. I kind of looked down through the books and stuff to see if it had maybe fallen out, and then there was another Disney one there that I glanced through to see if it was in there, but it wasn't there either, so I'm not sure if someone just took it and put it in some other one that they were getting, or if it just was donated that way and they didn't bother to look. I saw this Kurt Cobain notebook book. They wanted $5 for it, and that's about what they go for online. I kind of was interested in it. I wanted to read it and check it out. I'd never seen this before. It's filled with a bunch of his writings from his own personal notebook, so I did leave it behind, but I kind of regret it because I think it would have been a fun read. I'll tell you what, I have saved so much money by buying Imaginext sets at Goodwill. My boys love these, and they have a bunch of these now. Normally, you'll spend 30, 40, up to 50, $60 sometimes if you buy these new. And I got this dragon thing. It was still working, had the battery working. I picked it up for $4. I mean, you cannot beat that. And that's normally what we get their sets for, so super cool. I'm going to talk more about the things I purchased today and how much I think I can get for them reselling in tomorrow's thrift haul video, so make sure you are subscribed if you want to check that out. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye!